Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 6 of our Timberborn playthrough. If you guys are new to the series, definitely check out some of the older videos in this series as well as others. Consider leaving a like and a comment, let me know how I'm doing. We'll go ahead and go into a quick recap of episode 5, and then we'll get into the video. Alright, episode 6 here. So, in the last episode, we started working on this huge industrial storage area. We got some of our additional housing built, both up here, and then a nice little housing complex right down here, right by the power. That's nice. We expanded our cassava production. We have a ton of food. Water is lagging a little bit. Not horrible, but just a little bit. I did notice that we're actually not producing gears, so why don't we get that up and running? Otherwise, they won't be able to finish this medium water tank. We're currently at the end of a bad tide, so it's just the fresh water is filtering out all that bad water, and our diversionary area seemed to work pretty well. So once this kind of gets cleared out, we'll open this up, let it kind of flush the bad water, and then we should be good to go. But alright, our big project for today is the project that we actually left off on at the end of the last episode. So, one thing that I am going to do real quick, just really quick, I'm going to put in a platform here, and then just a path running over here, just so that we can get that roof built. And then I'm going to delete it, and then we'll go back to pretending like it never happened, which is perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I was kind of thinking, what do we want to do with this space right here? Honestly, I might just throw a path on it. Connect that up. And then, obviously, throw some shrubs in there for continuity. I want every space filled with a shrub, if possible. Although I missed a couple spaces here. It's kind of unfortunate. What I could do, though, I could utilize this space, actually. And we could put a shrub here. Let's get all of that done. Completely useless. We'll go into triple speed. You guys know me. I generally like to waste the beaver's time with unnecessary little projects. But alright, so now all of this is built. All of our industrial storage is built, which is huge. And now we're just going to fill this whole thing with platforms. And they will come out to here. So we're going to fill this whole area with platforms. We got stairs coming up, which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. So we're going to have a main road right here with stairs connecting all over the place so that the beavers can easily get up and down. Down to the storage area, whereas all the industrial buildings will be up here on top. Okay, cool. So they got this built, so now we can go ahead and delete these paths that we put in here. Let's get rid of those. And let's continue to plan what we're going to be working on. Well, let's see, is the water... Yes, it is. Alright, so let's lower this to 2.5, and then we can raise this back up. And then it'll flush that remaining bad water just kind of downstream. It shouldn't be enough to cause any sort of meaningful harm to the beavers. And then we're going to have to go ahead and get our water pumps back up and running. I think I actually did something like that so that they're closer. And then this water should... Yeah, so it is starting to fill up, and then it should overtop and make its way down. Okay. Cool. So they're getting these platforms built, which is good. And then we can start to lay out kind of what this is going to look like. So there's going to be a central path running down here, and then all of these stairs are going to be connected up. And we actually need some platforms there as well. And then this is where we're going to put all of our big industrial buildings. And we're going to need power up here, for sure. We're also going to need a district center and a housing area and an area for food storage. So I'm not really sure where that's going to be. I'm thinking maybe like right here, right on this corner. So yes, do I want to continue kind of the theme for this district, keeping it very square with storage on the underside? I kind of do. So like if we were to fill, let's say we go out to here. If we were to fill this with platforms, just kind of keeping this square. So we would need platforms here, platforms all along here. We would need some double platforms there. And then let's see, how are we getting down here? So we would need triples, a couple singles, a double here, triples all through there, and then doubles, and then that would square this off. That is pretty extreme. Pretty extreme. All right, so now I'm thinking that we'll probably want another district crossing here. So if we throw something like that in, and then how would they get up here? So we actually left this staircase right here. So for the beavers to get up here, it's just kind of, so there'd be stairs here. That would get them up. We could go up again. Just trying to think of how this would work. So if we got some stairs going up here, no. If we got stairs going here, and then here, so we've got a double platform there, single there, stairs going up there, path coming across. We could do something like this again to allow them to get up. And then we could probably fit like a, I don't know, we could fit a house in there. A house would be good. Fit a tall house in there. Like that. Actually, I'm going to shift it back one. We'll shift it back one. Perfect. And then why don't we just add some stairs in there, get that connected, and then we do need to get this connected. And I feel like this is more of a direct route to get the... What do I want to say? Get the food delivered, because this will be our food area with all of these ridiculous platforms that we definitely don't have enough. This is going to take us so long to build, just because of the planks, honestly. Like, the logs will be fine. It's the planks that will not be fine. And actually, this does need more workers in it. Get that power up. Now that we have the gears going. Although we don't really need the gears going, we kind of just need planks. I think we're going to be okay on water for now, so what I'm actually going to do, let's delete this. Let's pick these up. I don't know if there's storage available for them. But then we're going to go ahead and get another gear workshop. Or a... Gear workshop? No. Plank production. Whatever it's called. Plank production place. Up and running. To get some more planks in here. Because we are going to need them, for sure. But all right, so this is going to be our general setup for the industrial area. Now, how are we going to generate power, you might be asking? Well, we are going to take our lessons learned from this power facility. We're going to build a similar one in this riverbed right here. Now, part of me kind of wants this to be perfectly flat, and we don't have... Does it need to be perfectly flat? No, probably not. I'll probably just deal with what I'm given. But we are going to get large water wheels. And they're going to start here. So what did I need? I needed level 2. Right? To get this built? Yes. Alright. Cool. However, these are not going to be platforms. They're going to be levees so that we can channel the water. Channel the water. All right, so they're going to go here. And they need to be 2 high to get the power wheels on here. So let's get power wheel here. And then could I fit one more? Yeah, I could. I could. We just need more levees. So if we go to there, we could get a large power wheel there. That would work. We have enough space to actually do the power shafts, which is perfect. So let's start to get those mapped out. Something like this. And then where are we going to bring it up? Probably somewhere like right here. So why don't we add a quad, and then these will all be like this, except for down here. This will be a corner. And then we'll get all of these connected up. And then similarly, we're going to cap this with levees. Although I don't think it's actually necessary, but I do think it looks nice. And that is the most important part. Cap that with levees, and then we're going to need a couple double platforms there, and then singles going across this whole thing to get a path on here. Like that. So this will be the start of our power wheel production. Power wheel production? You know what I mean. And then we're going to need an area for them to cross over. So let's get something like this going. Bring it up to 3 high. And then let's see, we'll need a... Oh, we got to go out further. Okay, we'll go out 1 further. Like that. We'll get some single platforms and some tall platforms, some triple platforms, and then we'll start to work our way back here. And then let's see, how are we going to make this work? So the levees will come back to here. They will be 3 high. I'll probably go maybe just 1 more out. And then cut this off, forcing the water through there. And that should generate us a ton of power. It is also going to take us ages to build. Ages. We can go ahead and throw some stairs down here. Not sure why, but might as well. And then let's get rid of that tree. This is going to take so long to build. So long. Especially because until it gets built, it's going to be so far away from our district. But that's okay. We'll get it done. Alright, so now to get the power up, we're going to need a double there, and then Yep, that will be at the right height. Perfect. So we'll get one of those, and then one of those. Now, in order to get that built, we're going to need to kind of do the same thing next to it. But this time, it's just going to be a path. And we'll actually connect that up. So now that whole thing should be buildable with the way that it is laid out. Everything in there should be able to get built. And it is going to take forever to get done. Let's do some prioritizing of this staircase just to make it easier for the beavers to actually get up here. And we'll prioritize that one as well. Okay, cool. So how are we doing on our resources? We are doing just fine. We got tons of food and tons of water. And we do have 13 vacancies. So we can probably pause another water pump. I think we're doing okay. We've got a ton of water stored, which will be awesome for droughts. It's not great for bad tides, but it's awesome for droughts. We have a ton of logs. I think we would benefit from getting the other plank thing up and running. And these are full up. Man, another bad tide. We're not really going to take advantage of the mega dam storing a ton of water for now, but that's okay. That's okay. Not the end of the world. All right, so I think what I'm going to do so that we can start to transfer some production up here, let's prioritize this. Let's prioritize like this single wheel. And then we also need to prioritize this segment of the dam as well as this series of platforms. And then I'm just going to drop those back down so that at least we have one wheel operational and we can start to actually transfer our production up here, because that would make building all of this a lot faster. Because the travel time, like if you're trying to build this platform and you gotta go get planks, these beavers have to run all the way down over here to our old little industrial area to actually get that built. So it is a mild hindrance, to say the least. I think we'll unpause another breeding pod, start to get the population going up a little bit. We definitely have the resources for it, so I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea. Maybe 2. So we'll get, what is that, 9 breeding pods up and running. We have the housing for it. We're simply just taking our time getting stuff built. All right, so let's kind of start to think about how this storage area is going to be laid out. So I think we'll do something similar. So we'll go platform, or storage, and then actually I kind of want to bump this out one more, just so we can get one more storage there, make it nice and clean. So in order to do that, we will need platforms here. And then platforms here, just to make that nice and square. So we'll get storage here. So we will have 2 for kohlrabi. We will have 2 for fermented cassava. And then this path will continue down. Not really sure where it's going, but it will continue down. And then we'll have some stairs coming up like this. Cool. Let's get a little bit more storage in here. So we'll do... might as well do storage all like that. So these will be for fermented cassava, and then all of these will be kohlrabi. Just because I feel like kohlrabi is a fairly good base food to have around. Alright, so that's cassava and kohlrabi. Now we are going to need... I could actually get 2 storages in here, although I do need to get down here to clear these trees. And unfortunately, there are trees occupying every single... I wonder, can I demolish trees from above? No, I can't. Well, that's kind of annoying, because I just want to get rid of those. But what I'm going to have to do is do something like this, which is just kind of annoying. So let's get all of this done. Get rid of all of that. That's the priority. Alright, so bad tide is coming in. It's making its way down. We're going to have to once again divert the bad tide off the map, which should be easy enough. It is just a little annoying that we're not able to take advantage of our lovely water storage over here, which is a ton of water, by the way. So, pretty happy about that. But alright, the beavers are working away. We actually have some planks, which is good. Unfortunately, they're all the way down here, which is not great. But you win some, you lose some, I guess. Alright. Man, they're getting started on the power wheel. Look at that. It's just so far away. Once we get another district up and running, it'll be just fine. But for now, it is kind of a problem. Alright, and I think we're good to, we'll just open that up. Get that bad water diverted, and then we can go ahead and pause our water pumps. So we have a ton of water stored, which is awesome. Alright, and these are too far, so we do need to run this path down here to get those removed, which I did expect, I did anticipate. You know what I actually just realized? I might have them cross over at a different point. If I have them cross over here instead, then I can get rid of all of this. Oh, but I actually did need that. At least I needed some of it for them to be able to build this stuff. Yeah, I need some of it for them to start to build it. But that way, the power won't have to immediately jump to get onto this line, if that makes sense. All right, so they got this stuff demolished, which is excellent. So we can go ahead and delete all of this, and then we'll just go ahead and get rid of this stuff. And we'll get rid of this path, because it's not overly important. We're actually doing pretty good on these platforms. Definitely getting there. Definitely getting there. But alright, let's kind of start to think about how our power is going to be laid out. And unfortunately, I can't until they get this section built, because I need to get rid of that path. I actually don't think that they need this platform. I think they can build it diagonal. Yep, they can. Nope, they already built it. Did they? No, it's fine. I'll just let them do it. I'll let the beavers do whatever they want to do. They will be fine. But okay. So stuff is getting built. We do need to turn on the power for our fermented cassava. Although, quite honestly, it doesn't really look like we need to at all. We have so much food. and tons of water. We're actually doing really good with our resources, which is great. But all right, cool. So they got this section built. They can build this section from the actual facility itself. So why don't we get rid of these? We'll just get rid of those. And then the power is going to make its way down. And I think we are going to start with... So let's see. Our log production stuff is all over here. So... Let's see, can I fit, if I bring platforms out here, can I fit this? 1, 2, 3. Yes, I can. That's pretty cool. So why don't we put some platforms in there? And then this is where our log stuff starts. So if we were to do something like that, we would need platforms out here to actually run the power. So why don't we get some platforms in here? I guess we're just going to end up filling this whole thing with platforms, aren't we? Yeah, probably. Might as well. That'll be okay. Just tons of platforms. We'll get rid of those two for now. But this will allow us to run the power, which will be good. And then these just need to be doubles, and then these need to be triples. And we can actually get rid of these. Go ahead and pick those up. And then let's see, so this will actually be a triple. And then we'll just run this down for now. And put one of those in there. And I have no idea if we're going to generate enough power. we might need to set up a whole load of engines, because this power wheel madness is going to continue as far as I can take it down here. But for now, we'll get going on this. Obviously, we're not going to get too crazy. But all right. So now, what do we want to prioritize? So I think we will prioritize this. Might as well get those platforms done. And then these three. To bring this path out here. Might as well get these prioritized as well, so we can get the path out. And that'll be able to produce us a ton of timber, plain timber. We do have a hurt beaver, which is unfortunate. But okay, so stuff is being built. Stuff is being built rapidly. And why don't we... I like that they're building this stuff, but I kind of actually want to get the storage going so that we can keep producing food and start to fill these up. So why don't we actually do that? Why don't we prioritize essentially all of this? So that will be the highest priority, so that we can actually just start to stockpile tons of excess food. And then we are going to need to get water storage over here as well. Maybe we'll kind of do that, a big water storage area here on the back end. I envision this district not really producing any food or water. Everything will be imported, which means we're going to need a whole series of district crossings, probably 2 more. We already have 2. I'm thinking 4, which might sound extreme, but because what I really want is I want this area to be fully stocked with raw materials at all times. Primarily wood, but also food. You know what I mean? Food stuff. We are going to need to drastically expand our wood production to keep up with it. But I think that, that's kind of it's a later problem. Are we getting going on this? No, we are not. But that's okay. Actually, that's not the one being built. This one is. Yeah. So we do still have some time before that's fully up and running. But yeah, you can see we're starting to get, they're just immediately loading it up with food. Which is awesome to see. Because what I want is when this district gets established, I want it to just be essentially fully operational right off the bat. Okay, cool. So now, why don't we put single platforms here, so we'll kind of drop down now. And then we can start to add some water storage. And I think we're going to want to template for large water tanks. Might as well. Yeah, so if we get like 4, that would be so much water. And then I actually just realized we're going to need extract storage down here too. Which maybe I'll put down here. Somehow, some way. Do I have a path coming through here? I do. So if I were to run a path down here, and then put platforms in here, just to make it level, like that, we could start to get some medium water tanks built. And these will store grease, snow, extract, coffee, and bad water. Well, these ones will store the extract because it's used in the production of explosives, which is all going to be down here anyway. Might as well get one more. So these will all store the extract, and then we'll have to have some sort of processing facility down here to provide that extract from the bad water. So we've got plenty of stuff to work on. Obviously. All right, so they got all this built, which is awesome. Fermented cassava starting to get stored up here, and kohlrabi, which is great. Let's see. We are now at the point where we can bring this up to maximum height, and then the water will start to fill up here, and then it will overflow, and we can start to get more water pumping. So let's get these opened back up. And now we have no haulers, which is... Or we have one. We have one hauler. Not getting any science going, though. That's okay, though. Our population is growing. At least I think it is. I don't know. Let's just go all out on the population for now and just kind of see how that goes. We can also pause that because the power from the water will be coming. Although we actually did lose a tile of water, and they're pumping this away. So, but the water is coming, so have no fear. The water is here, and it's slightly bad watery, but that's okay. And we lost that tile, so we lost all our food. That's okay. That's okay. The water it's making its way. We will be fine. All right. So all this stuff is getting built, which I think is going to be great. And we can kind of start. So what else are we going to want over here? We're going to want more storage for future foods that we have yet to actually build. So yes, we could actually just do 2 rows of storage here. Oh, and it fits perfectly. That's awesome. All right, so what other foods are we going to want in here? There's eggplant rations, algae rations, and corn rations. Fermented mushrooms I definitely want to do, and fermented soybeans. So why don't we do 2 for fermented mushroom? 2 for fermented soybean. And then 1 for mangrove, corn ration, algae ration, and eggplant ration. So this district, when it is finished, will have literally no need for, I mean, anything, really. This is what? Eggplant? Because it has water, it has all of the food storage, like every possible food storage that it could have. Oh, it has no berry storage. That's actually something that we need to think about, because it is going to need breeding pods. Because I don't want to constantly have to transfer. So it is going to need breeding pods. Which means it is going to need blueberry storage. Maybe I'll make this. Let's empty this. And we'll switch this over to blueberries. And then these will also be blueberries. Right here on the end. That does only leave 1 for cassava, fermented cassava. Alright, let's actually, yeah, let's just make this fermented cassava like it was. And then we'll make this one blueberries. Yeah, that'll work. So only 1 for fermented soybean. That's okay. Nobody likes fermented soybean anyway. You know, I mean, come on. Who are we kidding? Nobody likes fermented soybean. We'll get all this built first, so that we can actually get the power going, and we can start to produce our planks. And then we could actually get rid of this, finally. But that will be good once this is up and running and we actually get some planks going. So what is going to be kind of our next priority? I think finishing this side will be the next priority. And then we can start to add water wheels strategically as we need them. Because right now this is producing 700 power. And let's bring down these levels just a little bit so that I can... And if we bring that back up, yep, perfect. Okay, cool. So this is coming along very nicely. We do just need to get this hooked up. Might as well pause those for now, because they're not actually producing anything. And then we can finally get rid of this, which will be great. A little bit of flooding. That's okay. But once we get this up and running, that should actually speed up a lot of this, because now we can start to actually produce the materials we need to build stuff up here. And they will be stored up here, which will be great. So let's see, how many plank producers are we actually going to have? Because I think we're going to put gears on this backside. Yeah, and with that being the case, I'm actually going to delete that and delete that. So that'll be a straight power shaft. This will be a 3-way power shaft. And I'm going to go ahead and get 1 gear workshop in there. Something like that. Hopefully we can get that built before they build the gear workshop. All right, perfect. So let's prioritize this gear workshop as well. and then we can start to get some stuff produced. Because we have everything we need, in theory. Unless I did this completely wrong, in which case people are probably screaming in the comments that I forgot something super obvious. But hopefully not. And I do really want to get this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's see, can I actually cross right in front of here? I can. So why don't we? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. We're going to bring the levee up one more, just for continuity. Get rid of this path and do something like that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. And then we definitely want to get rid of these trees. Maximum priority. Get rid of the trees. We can get these operational. And that means that we can finally pause all of these and this. And that freed up a ton of workers. And then let's empty all of these. I don't want these to be used anymore, but I do want to get the resources out of here, if there are any. So now these are good to demolish. Good to demolish. And I don't know if there's going to be any storage for any of these, but we might as well give them the opportunity to move some of the stuff up here. It does look like there's log storage, and there's definitely plank storage, so we should be able to make that work. Very good. All right, so now that this is getting built, how much power is this providing? 13 or 1100? 1100 power. So let's see. I think what we're going to do... So why don't we finish this section down here and then start to make our way across. And then all of this will be medium priority as well. Give them multiple places to work. That should be good. And I really want to get this district up and running, but we're going to need to get... What do these need? Metal blocks. Oh, man. Maybe I should have put a couple of the regular water storages in here, because that's really all we need to get this district established. Let's see, if we get rid of those, and we add a couple of these... like that, and then we can actually add a couple like that as well. Yep, something like that. And why don't we put this section, all of this, on high priority, so that they get that built, and then we can actually establish this district, which would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool indeed. And let's see, we're gonna have platforms filling out this whole area, and then platforms filling out this whole area. So now this is where the the district center and the housing and all this stuff. This is gonna be the housing area, which I think is going to be pretty cool. You guys have to let me know what you think of this in the comments. I think it's coming along really pretty cool. I've never built anything like this, but I think it's going to be very interesting. And I think it should work well. We're making a ton of planks. We having any gears? Any gears getting built? No? Oh, because this is paused. I guess we could open that up, start to get some gears going. And we could template out a few more of them. And then similarly, we'll probably have more plank production. Although I feel like I made this area way bigger than it needed to be. That's okay, though. That's okay. It's part of the fun of the game, you know? Just completely overdo it with everything that we do. Why don't we go ahead and get the explosives factory unlocked so that we can start to template it out? So I could get a series of them. I could get like 4 going on right over here. Unfortunately, the stairs, whoever laid the stairs out, did not do a very good job. So I wonder if we get rid of those. Ah, see, that's why. There's a path there. Let's see. If I get rid of that and all of this, get rid of that. So now, if we were to get explosives factories, we could get 2 there. And then ideally, I would want the stairs here, but I can't fit them there. They have to go here. So if I have stairs coming up like this, with a path here. And then, let's see, we could get a storage in here, small warehouse for explosives. So we did lose a little bit of explosives production overall, but I think it'll work better. And then we could also get, we could get 3 more explosives factories there. And then something in here, not sure what. Something like that, though. Let's get those stairs built. All right, so this is getting built now. Oh, we got some water storage up and running. Excellent. And how are we doing? We got tons of food and tons of water, which is perfect. We have a drought incoming. Perfect. That is excellent. And I just realized we made it to the end of this episode. So guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. I'm really excited with this district that we're building up here. I think it's going to be something very unique. Something that I certainly haven't necessarily done before. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you are, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. Leaving a like and a comment really helps me out. And if you're so inclined, there is a Patreon link in the description below. But that is, totally not necessary. You guys watching the videos is more than enough. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks.